Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 19 Ultimate Team Road to Glory, episode number 310. And in today's episode, we are going to be completing a bunch of SBCs and then working on a particular weekly objective to unlock ourselves Pink Futties Juan Jesus. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But the Brazilian defender is going to be great SBC fodder for us, so we're going to unlock him later on. Do me a massive favor at the start of this episode, hit the thumbs up button. If you guys are feeling generous, still want to support the series in August, then hit me with a thumbs up. If we can get over 1,000 likes, that would be epic. Thank you. I love you. Let's get on in to the SBCs. So I randomly got I think it was a 25k pack. Yeah, Premium Gold Players pack for watching some of the stream for the FEWC, which is good. And then we did an SBC which was based around the FEWC for a 50k pack. And then that's also what we're doing in today's episode, of course. Like, probably the main thing... Sorry, my phone went off. Apologies. The main thing that we're going to be doing today is our Tots pack. Our guaranteed Tots pack for watching the stream. Even though I was literally sat in the O2 Arena watching them live, had Twitch up on my phone so that we can unlock ourselves a guaranteed Tots pack, right? That was just obviously what we wanted to do. So from the 50k pack, we actually get ourselves Orange Delafeu and 88 rated Tots Madison. So both of which I think I discard the orange card in a little bit, and then we sell Madison for like 18k or something, and we'll get to that in a moment. But there was another group SBC came out. Some of this is recorded like a few days ago or whatever. The Gladiators were part of the Carnival throwback SBC, and I'm guessing by the time that you're watching this, maybe we will have got another group SBC which I'll be completing, because I do like these. They typically give at least one walkout, and you typically make a little bit of money from doing them, especially if you've got a few things in your club that's worth, you know, that you can use to get the SBCs done. And considering when you play rivals or whatever, we get untradeable ultimate packs every week. That gives us a lot of rare, gives us like 60 rare gold players to work with for the upcoming week's SBCs. So I know it's late in the cycle, but they are still giving us some like this group SBC content and stuff. And I just wonder what will happen after Futties is done. Maybe that's when things really sort of just like tail off and we just think about FIFA 20, but it is close. It's like a month and a bit away, right? That's all it is. So I reckon we've probably got a couple weeks left of the road to glory before like FIFA 20 stuff like hopefully starts happening. So yeah, like just keep on supporting it for as long as you can. I really appreciate it, and don't you worry, yes, of course there is going to be a FIFA 20 road to glory. I want to go bigger and better than previous years, even though we've done so well this year, and I like this style that we do it. So I like doing it from more of a casual perspective. Like, we've played about 1,500 games this year, whereas some people who have kind of stopped playing the game now maybe have already played 2,500 games like up until a month ago when they kind of stopped playing. So I don't necessarily want to go that hardcore. I like this casual mentality of, hey, if you play 20 to 30 games of FIFA this week, this is roughly what you can come out with. I do enjoy that aspect of the game, especially knowing that I'm not amazing at FIFA myself. So a lot of you can get ahead of me by playing either a few more games or just with your genuine ability over me. But those of you that maybe aren't as good at FIFA and are more on my level, then you can almost like follow it along with me, which is exactly how I like to do things. So these are the players which I don't want to get in my guaranteed Tots pack, because I already have them and they're all untradeable. So the reds, I guess, you can kind of disregard, because like if we got a blue Pepe, it wouldn't be a duplicate untradeable. It would just be another Pepe that we've got. But like, obviously I don't want Quagliarella for a fourth time. And any of those other guys, like, no, I just don't need them, right? I've got untradeable versions of Trent, of Lala, of Robertson, so I wouldn't want them in my guaranteed Tots pack. Now, as we come up to the guaranteed Tots pack, hit that thumbs up button if you haven't done so already, and let me know down below what you got. So did you have your Twitch account linked and watch a little bit of the stream, because that guaranteed you a Tots player that could play in any of the top 5 leagues. So it wasn't a guaranteed player from the top 5 leagues Tots, it was just if they play in that league they could count as a Tots. So here we go, we are going to get French centre mid from Leon. It is going to be Ndombele, who's actually not a bad one to get. I don't see us ever using him, but a 91 rated Ndombele, this is where I got a bit confused, because like I don't think he was in League on Tots, he was in Community Tots, right? So that's when I went back and had a look at my recording and saw what it said. And it could just be a player that plays in those leagues, a Tots player that plays in French Ligue 1, even though he was part of Community Tots and not part of Ligue 1 Tots. So that's how they did that, which I'm totally fine with. It's just a little bit disappointing that if they'd have segmented it a little bit more and it was a Tots player from the Prem Tots, the Serie A Tots, blah blah blah, those top 5 Tots, I keep saying the word Tots, then obviously that would have been a little bit cooler, right? But I'd take a 91 rated Ndombele. That's not a bad pack. Could have been a lot worse. I mean, even if we got someone from Ligue 1 Tots, it could have been a Kazri or someone, which is obviously worse. So I will take it. So you know what the squad's looking like. This is like my SBC fodder at this point in time. Happy to get rid of absolutely everyone here. The ones on the bench and reserves are untradeable, and then these two are tradable. So I just had a little look, and what do they roughly go for? Realised that Delafeu wasn't really selling for his minimum price, which is actually his discard of about 15k, and then Madison was selling for about 18.5. So I listed him up, discarded the Delafeu, and we can move on from there. So that's after tax, that's going to be like just over 30,000 coins from the 50k pack that we got from an SBC at the start of the episode, which is good. That's absolutely fine. So another FIFA E World Cup Finals SBC came out, and you needed Argentine and Saudi Arabian players. I think at that point they almost jumped the gun a little bit and realized and didn't think that maybe Mo Alba was going to get where he got to. So it should have really been like German or Saudi players, right? But yeah, I guess maybe they thought Nicholas was going to be able to do it. And that was such an intense game. If any of you watched it, you saw that console final on the PS4. My God, that was actually some pretty epic entertainment. I really enjoyed it, and I was there in person, so it made it that much better. So yeah, I actually enjoyed myself. I just went down to London just to hang out with some of my friends for the weekend and watch the FEWC, and it was just an all-round pretty good time. So I had fun, and it's nice to be back now. It's nice to go away. It's nice to come back and get back to the grind as well. So I go into Rivals because I want to unlock myself that Juan Jesus, and that's what I thought to myself when I went into this first match. I was like, Juan Jesus, he's got a nice team. He had a red 98 Neymar and all sorts of other stuff. We go 1-0 up, and it was Havertz. So that's not going to do me any favours. Like I bring on Quagliarella as a substitute because we've still got him in our club. Havertz knocks it into him here, and he was kept onside by some lazy defending, and we were able to get one of the 2 goals we needed with Quagliarella. However, he literally, every time I scored, he went down the other end and scored. So we were 2-2 after sort of half an hour in this game, and then I mess up, give it to him. Neymar knocks a lovely ball into Ronaldo, and obviously Ronaldo's going to score that, and that is that's a 3-2 for him. However, some nice turning and some decent agility, I would say, from Quags right there. It gets him his 2nd goal of the game, which is exactly what we needed. So we came away with the one objective that I wanted to do here, which was get 2 goals with Quagliarella. So I brought him off for Aouar because that meant that I would have another French player in the attack, increasing my chances of scoring with a French player. And then if we win this game and we've scored with a Frenchman, like we just scored with Aouar right there, then we would get a 1 notch towards a foot swap player. So when I went 5-3 up, he decided to quit, and I was like, what? That squad there, and you decide to quit? Okay, but brilliant. It makes my life a bit easier. So we actually we got 1 out of 4 for Juan Jesus, and we got 1 out of 3 for the win games in Rivals with French players. And of course, we also got 1 out of 12 for win 12 Rivals games this week. I don't think I'm going to complete that one. I don't think I'll play that many games. So another game we go into here, and I noticed that my opponent was letting me score with Quagliarella. So I would have just returned the favour instantly. However, he decided to let me get both of my goals. So I stick another one in the net here and go 2-0 up. So that's my objective done. So being a nice human being, of course, I gave it straight back to him. This guy was also called something RTG. So I don't know if he's a viewer or also someone that's just kind of respecting that, sportsmanship in the latter stages of FIFA, where we just kind of let each other have the objectives. Then I appreciate it, and of course I reciprocated so that you could get your goals with Mertens. So it's 2-2, and at that stage it's just like game on. So Aouar comes on, and I score with a Frenchman. So that's great. If I can win this match, then we're all good. We're going to have another notch out of the 2 out of 3 for the win Rivals games with Frenchmen. So it's going really well. I actually go 4-2 up by half time, and It looks like we could come away with a victory in this match. He gets his Cannavaro sent off. A very rash challenge, very silly challenge, I would say. And then I think it leads to his defense being a little bit more open and allowing us to get another goal here, this time with Havertz, the dream of a player on this game. Just is. He's lovely. He really is. He's good. He has come down a lot in price. We bought him for 1.34 million, something like that. And he's literally 700k now, which is... That's a rip, but hey, it doesn't matter. The whole of the market came down, so I wouldn't have wanted to play my last weekend league last weekend without him. So, you know, what we're going to do, really. So then I go into the next game, and I see that he's got this red Ronaldo, and I guess that he's trying to do the challenge. So I let him have the first goal. I'm very jealous of the red 99 Ronaldo. And then I guess this guy didn't know how to move his goalkeeper, because the way that you do it easiest, right, is that you just let them run through, you don't tackle them, and you move your goalkeeper out of the way, and I've got an open goal to score at. But the way he was doing it is that he was just dropping the ball with his goalkeeper, and it's actually not the easiest thing to intercept the ball from the keeper and get the goal without him then picking it up or saving it or you causing a foul. And eventually, like, he was a better player than me. I edited error there. I think there was a game where I quit out on, and that was the team that I played. But then we come up against this guy right here with the Prem Red, Tots. I don't know how he had so many. He obviously either finishes elite or just has very good Premier League Tots luck every weekend league. So he had loads of red Prem Tots, which was pretty interesting and pretty impressive, to be fair. But, you know, we were, again, fairly decent sportsmanship, letting each other get what we needed to done. And then when I paused after getting my second goal here to bring Quagliarella off, he actually... Does he quit at this stage? I can't remember. I think he quits. Yeah, like, for some reason, I don't know whether he'd already pressed, like, yeah, go back into game, and then he'd gone to check his messages, and then he was out of the, you know, you're inactive in game for too long, and it quits you out of the match. But I was just trying to make my sub to bring my Frenchman on, and the game quits at 2-2. But I guess I got my Italian goals, or Serie A goals, so that was all I needed to get my Juan Jesus. So, nice one. A 91 rated player. I'm never going to use him. He is literally going to be SBC fodder. I think I'm going to use him real soon, actually, because I've got an idea of what I want to do. But it's another 91, so it doesn't save you that many coins in terms of prices these days. But it is another 91 that we've got, and it gave us content to go ahead and unlock him as well. So pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's episode. I also found that it was a little bit more useful if you change like your team name to help each other. That seemed to work a little bit. You will have seen in 1 or 2 of the games today, they actually let me get the goals first. Normally I have to offer up move the goalkeeper and let them score to then let them reciprocate. So yeah, maybe the people that are playing this game at this stage are just still interested in playing FIFA, but aren't interested in just constantly sweating it out. Some people are, and I cut a lot of games out of today's episode because there were just some people which were fully sweating it. So I gave it a go for a little while and then probably rage quit them because, like, I'm not down to really sweat it out for a few hours at a time on this game at this stage of the year. I just want to get my content, get it done, and that be that. But that being said, I did enjoy playing the games today. It was quite fun, obviously, getting Ben Yedder, even using Quagliarella was actually quite nice. He's got a fairly decent shot on him with 97 shooting, so that wasn't the worst thing in the world to do. However, I probably will be submitting him into an SBC very soon, probably in tomorrow's episode. Guys, hit me with a thumbs up at the end of this video if you have still yet to hit that like button, because we are going for over 1,000 likes, and I'm sure you can make that happen. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Insta. Those links are down below. Most importantly, I hope you all have a lovely day out there, and I'll catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.